So lots of my friends on Facebook and Snapchat and stuff like that have been asking me, why I personally decided to get pregnant and have a baby. Um, well, to start it off, I've always wanted to have my own child. It's always, been something I want to do. Most people when they see their life or they have these big dreams of what their life is supposed to be, they see themselves as a nurse, a doctor, or something like that. I've always, since I was really young, I've always seen myself as somebody's mother, and I've always been good with kids. I took care of my two youngest sisters, who are now 18 and 14, about to be 15. I took care of them. I've watched plenty of kids. And I have 5 godbrothers and godsisters that I used to watch and stuff. And I've always just loved babies. So I just knew it would be like a natural thing to me. It wouldn't be so stressful, I guess you could say. I mean, I guess everybody has their views of parenthood. Some say it's stressful, some say it's not. But I just always knew it wouldn't be something that I would regret. Like, man, I should have waited to have her. Man, I should have, stuff like that. So, I was trying for a year before I got pregnant. Previous to that, I always wanted to try, but I wasn't too certain on what to do, how to do it, and I wanted to at least make sure I had a stable job. Because at the time I was still living at home, and like I was working, but not as much. So I just wanted to make sure I was pretty much stable. When I had her, when I had her, I was still living at home. I was just waiting to get approved for my place that I have now. But yeah, like I said, I've always wanted a baby. I've always seen myself as someone's mom. Like I see my dreams as what I want to do in my career also. But the main thing I seen in my life was me being someone's mom. So, yeah, I was trying for a good year before I got pregnant with her. And then December of 2017 is when I found out I was pregnant with her. So, yeah. But that's when I found out I was pregnant with her. That's pretty much all I can really give you answers to because, like I said, I've always wanted to be someone's mom. I don't want to keep repeating myself. I hate when I do that. But yeah, like I've always wanted to be someone's mom. It was just something I really, really wanted to do. And it's something that I knew I could do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And also before I actually got pregnant, I was in a 5-year relationship. He already had a daughter, and I basically took her in as she was my own. I loved her like she was, like I birthed her. The whole situation with the child part and just the whole situation period got really toxic to the point where I knew there was not going to be any co-parenting because she wanted what she wanted, and I felt like if we're not together, you can't tell me what I can and cannot do. And it's not like I would ever put the baby in danger or put her in harm's way ever, but she didn't want her around certain people. even when these people didn't do anything to her, she didn't want her daughter around her then. And she had already told me, because when I got with the person I'm with now, I had told her, like, I'm going to try to have a baby. I'm just ready to start my own family. Like, you guys are still my family, but I'm ready to start a family with this person. And I got called all types of names. And I was told if I got pregnant that her and the child would not be in my life. So, I was trying whatever. And then before I found out I was pregnant, we had kind of like, I had distanced myself because I felt like, I'm not going to be controlled. Because when we were together, it was a very controlling relationship. And I wasn't going to be controlled, especially when it came to a child. Like, I understand this is your child, you birthed her, and you want what you want for your child. But you're not going to control me and tell me what I can and cannot do. So I also felt like it was just really toxic, and it's just like you can only take so much, and a person can only take so much until they either explode or they're like, okay, look, this situation right here is not good for me. It's real toxic. I don't want to be part of this situation. And that's pretty much what happened. And like a little bit before I found out I was pregnant, I reached back out to her. I'm like, I want to see her, blah, blah, blah. And she kept saying, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's not financial issues. It's not about the money. It's not about the money. But then would turn around in that same sentence of her saying it's not about the money, like me spending money on the child, she'll be like, I'm paying out of pocket to buy this, I'm paying out of pocket for her medical expenses, blah, blah. And I was like, and at the time I wasn't working because I had just lost my car, so I could only get to and from work at certain times, so I didn't have as many hours as it was. And I was telling her, like, I don't have a car, so I can't really do that. She's like, you're spoiled. Your grandma will let you use her car if you really wanted to come down here. And at the time, my grandma was working from 8 a.m. to 5 or 6. And like I told her, it's not fair to her for me to take her car, drive an hour to come down there, spend some time with you, just for her to be waiting on me for me to get there. Like, from where that person stayed to where I live is an hour. But from where she stayed to my grandma's job, that's a 2-hour drive. And me personally, I just felt like, why should I have to take her to work, go down there, and basically rush time so I can get back in time to pick her up from work? She really wasn't trying to understand that. But the whole point of that story is her daughter was pretty much my child. Like, I still love her, but to death. I have went and got her name tatted. I done a lot of, I did lots of things a parent would do for her. The only thing that I guess her mom didn't like was me leaving, because we would be together, then we wouldn't be together. We would be together, then we wouldn't be together. And me personally, I'm not gonna sit in the same house with you and still catch these feelings and still have all these feelings for you just to go talk to the next person or try to build a relationship with somebody else. So I got out the whole toxic situation and did what was best for me. And I always get asked, oh, what about the baby? What about the baby? It wasn't just for me, it's for her too, because she didn't need to be around none of that toxic stuff. So yeah, I ended up deciding to have my own child. And even though they got cut out of my life, I mean, I'm sad because I love the little girl, but I'm also happy because it was a lesson. It was a lesson learned for me, and I finally get to have my own child, and can't nobody tell me how to parent her or when I can get her or any of that. I can spend all my time with my child. If I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese 30 times a day, I can. I mean, it's not about, stuff like that, but I'm just saying, like, I could spend quality time with my child without someone cutting it short or basically trying to bully or manipulate me with the child. So that's why I decided to have a baby.